complete in today's topic. Okay, we'll be also talking about the various type of algae such as microalgae, macroalgae, their classification and importance. Okay, now this slide I have taken this lecture before the starting of our semester. Okay, but some of the contents are similar, but some of the contents have changed. Okay, I have modified certain content, so some of you might have already uh, you know uh, attended my lecture, and then in that particular thing, okay, you might have gone through the same slides. So don't worry about it, because all this will be uh, you know going to repeat. Some of the contents will be repeating. Okay, so I think I should move ahead. And there are certain people who are having issues with the internet connection. They are not able to hear my voice. They are not able to see the screen. I tell them to go into the range where you can find the signal, where you find the particular range. Go again and again, rejoin the session if possible. Okay. Otherwise, don't worry. The lecture link will be provided to you. Okay. You can go to the video and watch the lecture, even if the problem exists. Okay. So I just request to keep calm, be mute. Okay, and don't disturb the class, because this session will be only for 1 hour. Okay, and if you have any doubts, you can ask through the chat. Okay, so should I go ahead with the lecture? Kindly let me know. Guys, please let me know if I can go ahead with the lecture. Okay, okay, thank you everybody. So let's move on to the slide, next slide. Okay, so the question is, what basically is algae? Okay, and you might be aware that algae are one of the diverse group. They are very diverse group. Diverse means they have so many different forms, so many different types of eukaryotic organisms. So they are eukaryotic organisms. They are not prokaryote. They are eukaryote organisms. So algae are diverse and they are eukaryotic organism. Okay. Now, if you can know what is the difference between eukaryote and prokaryote, anybody? They can tell me on the chat. Anybody knows the difference between eukaryote organism and prokaryote organism? Yes, anybody? It will be, if you can share, it will be, very good. Yes,
Yes, sir.
anyone who can understand what is eukaryotes and prokaryotes?
Yeah.
Yes, kindly let me know what is the difference between eukaryote and prokaryote. If you know, otherwise we can go ahead. I am waiting for your answers. Prokaryotes are mostly unicellular. Vrinda is telling prokaryotes are unicellular, but that is not the right definition. Yeah, Nishchit is given the definition. Prokaryote doesn't have well-defined nucleus and eukaryote have well nucleus. Yes, Nishchit, very good. Prokaryote have well-defined, eukaryote have well-defined nucleus. Okay, okay. Then Krishna is also telling prokaryotes are organisms consist of single prokaryote cell. Eukaryote are found in plants, animal, fungus. Okay, okay. Anyways, so most of the people have given the right answer, but Yusuf is also given the right answer. Okay, so for others who don't know, prokaryotes are the ones who does not have proper nucleus. The nucleus is not well defined. Okay, the nucleus of the cell is not well defined. However, eukaryotes have a well defined nucleus. Okay, eukaryotes have a well defined nucleus. Eukaryotes have other organelles such as mitochondria and chloroplast. Prokaryotes does not have mitochondria. They do not have chloroplast. Okay, this is only basic difference I'm telling, but there are more differences. And if you study cell biology or other biology, it is discussed in detail what is it exactly is difference between prokaryote and eukaryote. Okay, I hope everybody now understands. Prokaryotes are the cells which does not have proper nucleus. The nucleus is not well defined. The nucleus is not proper. Also, the cell organelles, okay, such as mitochondria and chloroplast are not present in prokaryote. Okay, and eukaryote have good, true defined nucleus. They have cell organelles such as mitochondria. They have cell organelles such as chloroplast. which is a double membrane. Okay, so all those who have participated, thank you very much for giving the answer. Okay, now algae are either a single cellular, okay, they are either single or multicellular organism. Okay, so it can be a single cell, it can be a group of cells, or it can be a plant like structure. Okay, although the plants have root, stem and leaves, algae do not have root, stem and leaves. Okay, bigger plants have root, stem and leaf, algae don't have root, stem and leaf, they have something else. Okay, so it can be single cell, it can be multi-cell, it can be 2 cells, it can be more than 10 cells. Okay, so it's a diverse organism. The third most important point is these all these algae are having photosynthetic pigments. Okay, they have some pigments which are going to perform photosynthesis, which are going to trap the light. Okay, which are going to trap the light by the pigment known as chlorophyll. Okay, they have a photosynthetic pigment known as chlorophyll, which is going to trap the light. Okay, so most of the algae are having photosynthetic pigments. Most of the algae are having photosynthetic pigments, that is chlorophyll. Okay, the third most important point is algae as a group produce a vast majority of oxygen on the planet Earth. Okay, so since they perform photosynthesis, they are also known as autotrophs. Auto means self, tropes means nutrition. Okay, so they can obtain their own nutrition by means of, once the sunlight, they are trying to capture the sunlight from the atmosphere, they are trying to capture the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and this sunlight and carbon dioxide by means of photosynthesis is used for producing of carbohydrates. Okay, so if you have seen some of the equations, carbon dioxide plus water in the sunlight, in the presence of sunlight is fixed in form of carbohydrates. Okay, so they are producing carbohydrates and also they are producing oxygen. Okay, since this is a photosynthetic organism, they are producing carbohydrate and they are also producing oxygen. Carbohydrate will be used for their own foods. Okay, whatever plant or algae is growing, it is going to consume the carbohydrate, and oxygen it is liberated in the atmosphere. So they are a vast majority of oxygen on planet Earth. Okay, and they are present in most of the different conditions. Okay, they are present in a fresh water, they are present in marine water, that is salt water, they are present in snowfall area, they are also present in some of the desert, hot area like hot water spring. Okay, the places where the temperature is too much high, the water is very hot throughout the year, hot water spring or hydrothermal vent, they're also present there. So the basic funda is that they are very diverse, they are single cellular, multicellular, they contain photosynthetic pigment, they produce oxygen, they produce carbohydrate, they take carbon dioxide, they take light, and they are present in different types of water, fresh water, marine water, snowfall region, and hot water spring. Okay, so that is basically one of the definition of algae, and they are eukaryotic organism. You have to write that. Okay, so is it clear for this thing? Any doubt you have? Anything? Anybody has any doubt or anybody wants to add anything? Just let me know. Guys, please let me know so I can move toward the next slide. Yes, should I move to the next slide? Okay,
Yes.
thank you Dhurvashi, thank you Tanuj. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, yeah, now we have to see which of the types of algae are present. Okay, so in this picture you can see on the top, you can see single smaller algae which we can observe in the microscopes are also present, and at the bottom you are also going to see a person is holding a very big structures of biomass, and that is a macro algae. Okay, so algae can range from unicellular, that is a microalgae. Unicellular means single cell. Okay, uni means single, cellular means cell. Okay, so unicellular is a single cell, that is the microalgae, and multicellulars are having many cells, that is macroalgae. Okay, both type of structures are present. The unicellular type are free living. Okay, so one single cell, it is living freely, it is not associated with any other cell. Okay, or if it is multicellular, they form colonies. Okay, like humans have tendency, they are living in groups, so they live in, you know, like apartment or, you know, a colony. Similarly, algae are also living freely, or also they are living in colony, or they are also present in a multicellular for organisms. Okay, now as I said, they have membrane bound nucleus. Okay, the nucleus is true, it is present, it is organized. Okay, the nucleus is present and it is organized very well in algae. So they have a membrane bound nucleus or true nucleus. Also they have other organelles such as chloroplast, which is going to perform photosynthesis, and they're also having mitochondria, which is going to perform respiration. Okay, it is going to perform respiration, or it is going to provide, you know, energy, ATP. It is going to generate ATP. Okay, so chloroplast is also present, and mitochondria is also present. Okay, and a nucleus is also present. Apart from this, most of the algae have various pigments. Okay, they have various color pigments, which is going to provide the color to them, and this color is going to again the classification of the algae. How do we classify, how do we categorize this algae? All the algae are categorized based upon the pigments. Okay, so again, types you can write: unicellular type, multicellular type, free living, colony, or organism, multicellular organism, presence of nucleus, presence of chloroplast, presence of mitochondria, and presence of various pigments. Okay, this again you can write in the definition. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide, if this is clear. Okay, I just moving on to the next slide.
Yes, sir.
Algae are aquatic and autotrophic. The word aquatic means they need water. Most of them are requiring the water. Okay, without water there is no life. So most of them require water, and their autotrophic means they can, you know, obtain their nutrition by sunlight or other means. Okay, that is self nutrition. Okay, and they do not have cell and tissues of like plants. Okay, now if you can, in this picture you can observe both this, you know, plant as well as algae. That is a macro algae we are comparing. Okay, on the left hand side we have a plant, and on the right hand side we have algae. Okay, so both the things we are going to compare. So we have this plant, and this we have algae here. Okay, so in the plant we have stomata, we have xylem cells, we have phloem cells, etc. All those things are present. We have roots. Okay, in the plants we have stem, we have leaf, we have flowers. Okay, but the similar structure is not present in algae. Okay, we don't have xylem, we don't have stomata, we don't have phloem. Okay, instead of root, okay, it is something called as hold fast is present. The hold fast is present. Okay, hold fast is acting as a root. Okay, then something called as midrib. Okay, midribs is present, and instead of leaf, okay, the one part is known as blade. Okay, the leaf like structure are also known as blades or frond. Frond is a big part and blade is a small part of the frond. Okay, so like leaf like structure, frond and blade are present, and at the center there is a midrib. Okay, and on the surface of the algae there are smaller pouches. Okay, this smaller pouch is containing air, so that is known as air bladder. So on the surface of the algae, small air bladders are also present. Okay, now we are talking about the macro algae, which is a big algae. We are not talking about small algae. This macro algae is a multicellular algae, and the whole thallus or whole, what do you call, body of the algae, whole body of the algae is known as thallus. Okay, it is known as thallus. So whole body is known as thallus. The roots are similar to holdfast. There is a presence of blades and fronds and midrib. Okay, so hope you are able to understand the difference between a plant and an algae now. Okay, any questions on this? Please ask through the chat
No.
window. Please ask through the chat window. No questions? Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. Now let's move on to the next
Sir.
one. Now, the three algae which I'm going to show. Okay. Now, the first one is known as Sargassum. Okay, so Sargassum is a macro or a big algae. It is also known as seaweed. Okay, seaweed or macroalgae known as by Sargassum. So this particular image is of Sargassum. It is like plant. Okay, it looks almost like plant, but it is not plant. You can see small air bladders or pistules on in which airs are present. Okay, capsule in which air is present. Okay, that is helping the algae to stay in water for and float. Okay, that is Sargassum. So it's a freshwater algae. It's a macroalgae. Then the second one is Chlorella. Chlorella is a microalgae, free form, free living algae, single cell algae, unicellular algae, free living algae. Okay, so in this image you can see green cells, smaller cells. They are free living algae. Okay, microalgae. So they are known as Chlorella. The third type of algae is Volvox, okay, or colony type of algae. Okay, Volvox is the name of that particular. They stay in colonies. So in this particular picture, you can see, okay, small cells are present which are grouped together, okay, and they form a colony. So each circular thing or spherical thing is a colony of so many algae. Okay, here, all these are spherical thing, and these spherical things are forming the colonies. They are forming the colonies of algae. Okay, so I can show you a video. Okay, and the right now I don't have the video, but maybe the next lecture I will show you this colony form Volvox, how they are present, and it is very beautiful to see the video of this particular algae. Okay, so I'll be moving on to the next one. This is again diversity of algae. Okay, so here we have one algae which is having flagella for movement. Okay, they are also moving from one place in the water, from one place to other place. Again, it is a unicellular and having pigments. These are again certain cells which are two cells. Okay, two cells of algae are present. You can see two cells are joined together and they also have flagella. Okay, then as we see, there are so many different forms. Okay, different cells are grouped together. Then this is a macroalgae. Again, this is a macroalgae. Again, these are bigger ones. Okay, and there are so various forms of algae. Okay, so you can see there is so much diversity of algae. Okay, on the planet Earth. Okay, I hope you can understand now. Right from single cell to multicellular to so many cells. Okay, there are so many different forms of algae. Let's move on to the next slide. Now, major classes of algae. Okay, when you talk about the classification of algae are basically, actually there are different types of classification. Okay, there are 7 groups, there are 8 groups, there are so many different groups. But in this class, in this first year, we are going to study only the 6 major types for your convenience. Okay, for your ease understanding. Okay, the first one is Chlorophyceae. Chlorophyceae simply means, chloro means green or chlorophyll, okay, which is green in color. So this is known as green algae. Okay, there are green algae, they are Chlorophyceae. Okay, and they contain chlorophyll A pigment, chlorophyll B pigment, beta carotene, and xanthophyll. Beta carotene is going to give them golden color, and xanthophyll is going to give them a brown color. Okay, so chlorophyll A, which is green in color, so they have chlorophyll A and B, which is green in color. That's why they are known as Chlorophyceae member. Beta carotene and xanthophyll is also present, but the amount is not in much. Okay, let's move on to the next one, Xanthophyceae member. Xanthophyceae is again brown color. Okay, brown color algae, and here also chlorophyll A, beta carotene and xanthophylls are present. Beta carotene and xanthophyll are going to provide a brown color pigment to them. Okay, the third one is Basilorophyceae. Okay, Basilorophyceae or Chrysophyceae, it is also known as. It contains chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C, and beta carotene. Okay, the fourth one is Phaeophyceae. Phaeophyceae is brown algae. Okay, it contains one important, apart from chlorophyll A, it contains chlorophyll C, chlorophyll C1, chlorophyll C2, and a very important pigment known as fucoxanthin. Okay, fucoxanthin is present in few Phyce member. It is not found in any other members. Okay, beta carotene and xanthophyll are also common. Okay, then we have rhodophyce. Rhodophyce is again red color algae. Here again we have chlorophyll A, chlorophyll D. We have chlorophyll D. Okay, we have beta carotene and two very important pigments. We have red pigments, phycoerythrin and phycocyanin. So phycoerythrin and phycocyanin both are imparting red color, something. Okay, rhodophyce member, phycoerythrin and phycocyanin are present. Okay, and last one we have mixophyce. Mixophyce are also known as, what do you call, cyanobacteria. Okay, they are known as cyanobacteria. They belong to mostly towards bacteria, but they are not bacteria actually. Cyanobacteria. They have chlorophyll A, beta carotene. They have phycocyanin and phycoerythrin. Okay, so this is one of the major classes of algae and pigments. You can remember the pigments later on. Also, you just see the slide and try to remember it. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. Okay. Yes, anybody has any doubt? What prefix or suffix A, C1, beta to represent? What is the difference between them? So A is chlorophyll A. C1 is again chlorophyll C1 pigment. Okay, there is some modification. C2 is chlorophyll C2. Beta is, there are different types of carotene, and in that there is a beta type, second type of carotene. Okay, now when you study about these pigments and their structures, and there are different forms of chlorophyll, chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C. So here chlorophyll C1 and C2 represent chlorophyll C1 and C2. There is different types of beta carotene. Carotene is a major pigment. In that alpha carotene, beta carotene, gamma carotene, omega carotene, different types of carotene are present. Okay, so that's how they represent. I hope, Nishit, your question is answered. Okay, so scientists are giving them, A, B, C, D, because there are different forms. Okay, are there, only slight modification is there. So that slight modification is either OH group is present, hydrogen is present, or carbon is extra carbon is present. Based upon that, they are giving a suffix. Okay, now let's see the first one, chlorophyll. Okay, green algae, chlorophyll we call it. Okay, now chlorophyll occur in most of the fresh and marine environment. I think most of the algae are either fresh or they are marine. Most of the chlorophyll are occurring in fresh water and few are marine. Okay, and the major pigment which is imparting the color is chlorophyll A and B. Okay, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B both are imparting a very green color pigment to them. That's why these are green algae. Apart from that, they have carotenoids. Okay, basically they have beta carotenoids, but they have a group of carotenoids, and carotenoids basically are giving them red and orange pigment. Okay, reddish or orange color pigments is there. Now the carotenoids are derived from carrots. If you eat carrots in your home, okay, now the color of the carrots is basically orange or slightly red in color. It is because of this presence of pigment known as carotenoids. Okay, that's why they are red orange in color. Now reserve food. Okay, reserve food means algae, when they are growing, they are producing carbohydrate for their growth, but they are also storing this carbohydrate for the unfavorable period. Like humans are storing grains, food grains, or food in their home. Suppose something unfavorable condition comes, so they have something to eat. Okay, most of the animals are also storing certain things in their nest or inside their houses. Okay, so similarly algae is also storing food. This is known as starch. Okay, starch is a mixture of carbohydrate. Okay, it's a mixture of two glucose molecules, that is the starch. Okay, so this starch is stored in their cell. Okay, starch is stored in their cell vacuole we can call. Okay, and that is reserve food material for chlorophyce member.
Okay. Now talking about the structure, they are unicellular motile. Okay, unicellular means single cell. Now what does the word motile means? Anybody knows about motile? Motile का मतलब क्या है? What does the word motile means here?
Movable.
Yeah, movable.
Movable.
Yeah, it's movable. Can you use the chat? The person who is speaking. Yeah, Yashvi, very good. Dhruvisha, very good. They can move. Okay, so they are movable. They are, filamentous. Oh, sorry, they are moving by means of, what do you call flagella. They have a flagella. Flagella is for movement. Okay. Now, can you give the example of heterotrichus? Heterotrichus means, anybody knows about heterotrichus? Need medium to move. What do you mean by heterotrichus? Anybody knows about heterotrichus? Okay, I will explain. Uneven. Yeah, hetero means so many, and trichus means, trichome means something filament. Okay, so they have so many filaments. Okay, so either it can be unicellular with one flagella, or it can be having many flagella. Okay, or many cells with many flagella. Okay, like in this case, you can see one flagella here and one flagella here, another flagella here, another flagella here. So this is a heterotrichous filament. Okay, and it is containing so many cells, 4 cells. So this is known as synadesmus. Okay, the word is written here, synadesmus. So this is synadesmus. Okay, it is a heterotrichous filament. Then the cell wall basically is consist of cellulose. Okay, this outside cell wall, we know most of the plants have cell wall. So the cell wall is basically consisting of cellulose. Okay, algae also, they are consisting of cellulose, all the algae. Then there is something called as pyronoids. Okay, pyronoids are place where chlorophyll are stored. Okay, pyronoids is a structure, pyronoid, where chlorophyll molecules are stored in the cell. So if you see green color, and suppose like this cell, are you able to see dark green color and then light green color? Okay, structure. The dark green and light green structures are basically because of the pyronoids. Okay, the dark green is pyronoids and the light green does not have too many pyronoids. Okay, so pyronoids are present, which is basically having chlorophyll as well as having storage, that is starch. Okay, so pyronoids are commonly surrounded by starch sheet. Then motile cells or movable cells have equal flagella. So either it will be 2 flagella or it will be 4. Okay, most of the cells will either have 2 or will have 4 flagella. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. Coming on to the reproduction, how they multiply, how they, from one cell how they become 2 cell, and from 2 cell how they become 4 cell. So they are having 2 types of reproduction stages. Okay, one is known as isogamous and other is known as oogamous. So are you aware about this isogamous and oogamous type of reproduction? Okay, Krishna is asking pyronoid, what does mean by pyronoid? Pyronoids are cell structure. Okay, inside the cell there is a structure called as pyronoids, where chlorophyll and starch both are stored. Chlorophyll are stored and starch is also stored. Okay, now because chlorophyll are stored in pyronoids, okay, it is giving green color. Okay, it is dense green, and nearby the pyronoids the color is not much green. Okay, are you able to understand, Krishna? Okay, hope the doubt is cleared. Yes, okay. Now I was talking about isogamous and oogamous type of reproduction. Anybody knows about isogamous and oogamous type? There are 3 types of reproduction: isogamous, oogamous, and anisogamy. Yeah, Yashvi, very good. Very good, Yashvi. Isogamous have similar gametes or morphology. Yes. Isogamous have similar gametes or same morphology. Okay. And oogamous have dissimilar. Basically isogamous में क्या होता है? What happens is isogamous, the male and female gametes are same size. Male and female gametes are same size. Okay, they are having same size and structure. Oogamous, what happens? Oogamous have the female gamete is bigger in size and male gamete is smaller in size. That is oogamous. Okay, yeah, oogamous in, yeah, Nishchit, very good. The female is very bigger in size and the males are smaller in size. That is oogamous. Okay, oo means ovum. Okay, so ovum is bigger and the male gametes are smaller. And the third one is anisogamous. Okay, it is not written here anisogamous. Here males are bigger and females are smaller. Anisogamous. Okay, I will write in the chat anisogamous. Okay, here what happens? Males are bigger and females are smaller. Okay, that is anisogamous type. So these are three types of reproduction, but basically algae is having isogamous or oogamous type of reproduction. Okay, anisogamous are not found in algae. Okay, so example is even Chlamydomonas. Okay, Chlamydomonas, here this you can see. Now this is the scale 10 micrometers. So this size is around 10 micrometers. So you can imagine, okay, almost maybe like 40 to 50 micrometers or maybe 30 micrometers in size this Chlamydomonas is having. Okay, it is very, very small. Now you understand what is micrometer. Yeah, since you are in microbiology, anybody knows about micrometer? How much meter is 1 micrometer? 1 micrometer कितना बड़ा होता है? How much is 1 micrometer? How much meter is 1 micrometer? Yes. Are you aware about the size? 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to minus 6, but you would have to write after, you have to write the unit. Yeah, Nishchit is right. Nishchit is 10 raised to minus 6 meter is 1 micrometer. Yeah, 10 raised to minus 3 centimeter you have to call. If you're writing minus 6, it means meter, and if you're writing minus 3, it is centimeter. Okay, understood? 10 raised to minus 6 is meter. Okay, 1 micrometer is 10 raised to minus 6 meters. Okay, so we have 10 less than almost 30 to 40 micrometer in size. Okay, yeah, all of you, thank you very much for giving the answer. Selina, Druista, Charmi, Brinda, okay, other guys, Ankur, etc., all of them, thank you very much. Yeah, next, coming on to this again is a Volvox. Okay, we saw in the last slide Volvox. So you can see it is bigger in size. It is 100 micrometer. Okay, this small line is 100 micrometer. So it is more than 100 micrometer in size, and they are containing so many different cells. बहुत सारे cells है इसमें, so many different cells. Okay, and if you try to visualize it, each cell is around 50 micrometer. Okay, one cell is having 50 micrometer, and so many different cells are living in colonies. Okay, and that's how they live in the colony. So this is Volvox. Okay, Volvox written here. The spelling is written here, Volvox. Then I also show you Chlorella in the last slide. Okay, and this one is Senedesmus. Senedesmus is having 4 cells and 2 flagella in each cells. Okay, so having four flagella and 4 cells. Okay, Senedesmus. Okay, so this is the green algae we are talking about. Okay, now hope Chlorella, Chlorophyce is clear. You have to remember the points and you have to write in the exam. Okay, I hope it is clear. There is no confusion regarding Chlorophyce member. Should I go to the next slide? Just let me know. Guys, let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll move
Yes,
to the
sir.
next slide if it is clear. Okay, so I'm moving on to the next slide. Yeah, the next one is known as Xanthophyce. Okay, xantho means they contain xanthophylls. Okay, it is written xanthophylls. Okay, now xanthophylls is again yellow green algae. Okay, it is yellowish and greenish algae. Okay, because of the xanthophyll pigment, basically more yellow in color. Okay, xanthophyll. So they are yellow green algae or Xanthophyce member. Okay, They also occur in fresh and marine water, both the conditions they are present. And very important, they having a distinct pigment, xanthophylls. Okay, yellow color xanthophylls are present. Because of that, the color is yellow or yellowish green. Okay. Now in the chlorophyce we have starch as reserve food material, but here in xanthophyce we do not have starch, but we have oil. Okay, they store fatty acids or oil for as their reserve food material. Okay, they do not have starch as a reserve food material. Okay, they do not have starch as reserve food material, they have fatty acid or oil. The structure of xanthophyll is that they are unicellular, motile, or filaments. Okay, they all can have filaments, they can unicellular, or they can also be a multicellular. Okay, apart from this, they have pectin compounds. Okay, pectic means like, you know, a slimy surface. On the surface there is some slime present. Okay, and they also are having overlapping edges. Where are food reserves stored? Okay, so food reserve are basically stored in here. You know about cell vacuoles. Okay, so oil is stored in cell vacuoles. Okay, it's a compartment inside the cell known as cell vacuole. So this oil is basically stored in cell vacuoles. Okay, hope Yashvi your question is answered. Okay, yeah. So instead of pyronites, we have cell vacuoles where the cell is stored. Then the motile cells have two very unequal flagella. Okay, even if if the cells are motile, the flagella is not equal in size. They have unequal flagella. As in case of chlorophyce member, they have equal flagella. Okay, either 2 or 4, and both the flagella are same size. But here it is not like the case. It does not have same size of flagella. Also, here it is written pyronites are absent. We are not going to find any pyronites. Okay, the chloroplast and starch is not present, and pyronites are also absent. Okay, again, sexual reproduction is rare, so sexual reproduction does not happens very often. But if it is present, it is in form of isogamous. Okay, isogamous means same gamete are same in size. Okay, sexual reproduction is there, but if it happens, it is in isogamous. Okay, an example is given, Vaucaria. Vaucaria is example here. So this is it's a multicellular algae, Vaucaria here, and you can see the single cells here, so many cells, unicellular cells. Okay, uniseriate cells, so many cells are joined together to form uniseriate cells. Okay, that is Vaucaria. Anybody has doubt in this one? किसी को कोई डाउट है? Anybody has doubt, just let me know. Yes guys. Okay, nobody has doubt. Okay, now 11:50 your lecture will be finishing, so we have only 5 minutes. Okay, so just wait for the session. I will circulate the attendance sheet. Okay, you have to mark the attendance by using Google ID that is given by university. Okay, university have provided the ID, Marwadi University. Now you have to open the Google form and mark present or absent. There is a Google form. Okay, then your attendance will be taken. So just wait, I will share the link in this chat group. Okay, you open the link, you select your name, select your roll number, and fill the form, and then attendance will be done. Okay, so just wait for a few minutes, I will share the link. Okay, and if anybody has any problem regarding that the link is not opening, you have to use the Google ID of university for opening the link. Even though they have problem, you message me in the chat box. Okay, so just wait for a few minutes, I will share the link with you. Okay.
Guys, yeah, kindly select your enroll number and name and mark the attendance. Or yes, so the link, Yusuf, the link will be shared on the Google Classroom as well as on the university portal. Okay. Rahaf, the link will be shared on Google Classroom and university portal, and the PPT will also be shared in the university portal. Stephen, yeah, it will be shared in the university open. Nancy, kindly use your Marwadi University ID to open the link. Nancy, you can give your attendance here, but please use the Marwadi University ID to open the link for marking the attendance. I have got 4 response till now. Okay, people are responding. Yes, guys, you can leave. Vrinda, you can leave if you have finished marking the attendance. Okay, next class, we will be discussing about the other type of algae. Ankur, use your Marwadi University ID to open the link. Dia, use the Marwadi University ID to open the link. What happens when you use the phone? Whenever you are using a phone to mark the attendance, inside the phone your personal ID is registered. Okay, phone mein personal ID is present, so because of that you are not able to open the university ID. Okay, you are not able to open the link, so kindly open. Yes, Dia, because you have to use Marwadi University ID to open the link. Okay, so your phone, inside the phone your personal ID is present, personal Google ID is present. Register with Marwadi University ID on your phone, then only the link will open. Have you understood, Dia? Ankur, I will also share one video. I think Aditya sir have shared a video on how to mark the attendance. Okay. So always use Google ID of university for opening the link. What about the rest of the people? Are you 27 people have marked their attendance right now? 27 people have marked their attendance. I don't know about the rest of the people. You guys can leave. The person who have marked their attendance, they can leave for the day. Okay, we will meet for the next lecture. You can leave for the lecture. I will be waiting for other students to mark their attendance. The rest of the people who are not able to mark the attendance, kindly write your roll number and name in the chat box. People who cannot mark their attendance, please write your roll number and name in the chat box. Yes, those people who are not able to, kindly write your roll number and name in the chat box. Nancy, write your roll number and attendance in the chat box. Then guys, you can leave for the day. If you have marked your roll number or you have written your roll number, you can leave the classroom. Okay, so I'm ending the session. Thank you very much.